Get ready for Buzz TV Adventure, exploring and discovering exciting destinations. I'm Jeff Vogel for VeroBuzzTV.com, and we are on an adventure right here on 14th Avenue in Vero Beach, discovering what appears to be a big blue van. And Steve Burton is here from Harbor Branch, and you have a lot of titles, don't you? Yes?
Yes, my name's Steve Burton. I'm the Marine Mammal Stranding Manager at FAU Harbor Branch, and we're standing outside of our Marine Mammal Ambulance. This is a vehicle that we use during responses to stranded animals along the Indian River Lagoon in Indian River County, St. Lucie County, and Martin County, as well as the Atlantic Ocean in those same counties. We respond to stranded dolphins and whales.
Is this something new?
Yes, this ambulance, we just took ownership in November of 2014, so very new. And what makes it unique is it's got a 2-ton crane system that comes out the back, enables us to lift dolphins and whales up into the vehicle and place it anywhere into the back. We've had a vehicle since 1998, and she's done a great job, but it was time to upgrade, and this project was 5 years in the making, believe it or not.
I was going to ask what you used to use before this. I mean, a big station wagon or something, but also the crane must save a little bit on the back muscles of some guys. Yeah?
Yes, and women. So we have a unique team of women and men. And the old vehicle was a 1998 Ford E50, kind of like your U-Haul type of trucks, with some neat logos on the side. It was just a 2-seater in the front. Now, as you can see, we've got a quad cab for safety. 4 people can ride in captain chairs. We also have, in addition with the new vehicle, a marine mammal desk and husbandry center, so we can run blood inside, all our supplies, and then again the extra goodies is that crane. It saves a lot of muscle and man and women power.
Why was this upgrade necessary?
Well, as with any vehicle, 11 years, we all seem to get a new vehicle within there. So we hope this one lasts 10, 15 years. So again, the old vehicle was in 1998. It's done its 10 years, 11 years. Actually, as you can do the math, 16 years of work, good workhorse. But with any vehicle, it starts breaking down in safety.
Has this mammal rescue ambulance been put in service yet?
Yes, we've used it about 4 to 5 times so far, transporting dead animals at this current time back to a Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute, where we go take the animal into the pathology lab and do a necropsy.
And what can you learn from that?
Well, we try to find the cause of death, but it's not always clear. Outlier, that was it, that's the ticket. So we take tissue samples from that animal and send it out to various universities and scientists to see if we can find the exact cause of death. You're not always able to find out why that animal died.
Well, I mean, the logical thing is that all mammals eventually die of old age, quote unquote, if nothing else. And we're under those normal circumstances, what happens to mammals? Do they die at sea? What do they do?
Good question. Again, a lot of the times the animals will die at sea and either float to the bottom or be predated on by predators, and that's evolution, nature's way. Other times when they don't sink to the bottom or get predated on, they wash ashore, and that's where we'll get a phone call from the public, FWC, and then we'll respond to our area.
Do you find more than not that it's not that there's something gone afoul if they are beached?
Again, if they beach alive, there's something wrong with them. They're either disoriented, sick, giving up on life altogether. They're fighting currents, swimming. So that's what will happen with them, why they're on the beach. Otherwise, if they're just swimming, and maybe a little bit sick, they're still swimming, just like we carry on with our day when we've got a cold.
Right.
Since 1951, Globe Life and Accident Insurance Company has been providing families with life insurance protection. $1 covers the first month of coverage, whether you choose from $5,000 up to $100,000 of coverage. First day coverage means no waiting periods, easy to buy, no medical exam, no risk 30-day money-back guarantee. Up to $150,000 of accidental death coverage can be added to your policy. Globe Life makes buying life insurance easy.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday for all of your furniture needs.
It's a rescue van, so you hope to rescue animals, yes?
Yes, we try our best to rescue and rehabilitate and intervene if it's an entangled swimming animal. And everything we do is through permits through National Marine Fisheries. And so, again, as a stranding response, we get a few animals per year that are entangled, free swimming in the lagoon. Those animals, we get permits and work with a team of stranding agencies throughout Florida. We'll use our boats, which is not here today, to net the animal, disentangle it, and hopefully release it back out in the wild. Those are aspects that we can do as well. For the ambulance part of work, we're bringing back dead animals back to the facility, and you can imagine some of these small whales weigh up to 1,000 pounds, so you do need a heavy vehicle, and they're much larger than an 8-foot truck bed as well, so it's nice to have them in the confined vehicle. Also, we've also done in the past transports of live animals, so we've moved animals with our old ambulance to other facilities for long-term care. If you've seen the movie Dolphin Tale 2, Hope, a little dolphin, her mother died up in Cocoa Beach, Daytona area. Our stranding partners hub SeaWorld were the first responders to collect the 2-month-old calf, and we brought our old ambulance, again I'm talking about 2011 here, 2010, we brought our old ambulance to help assist transport that animal all the way across the state to Clearwater Aquarium where Winter lives from Dolphin Tale 1, the movie. So we will transport animals that are live when National Marine Fisheries allows us to rehab facilities for long-term care.
You actually have had a lot of success stories, haven't you?
Yes, the program itself started in 1998, so there's been several success stories. We had the pilot whales that stranded in September 2012 at Avalon Beach as well, that our team participated in, and those animals were transported in the old vehicle to Harbor Branch for short-term care, and then SeaWorld was permitted by Fisheries to do the long-term care. So those 3 pilot whales now reside at SeaWorld Orlando.
Are they ever, with the success stories, ever released back into the wild?
It just depends on the animal species, the age of the animal, and what the veterinarians in National Marine Fisheries approve. So it just depends on the animal in that case. So.
Now, you don't handle turtles, is that correct?
No, but if we see a turtle out there, if you call us for turtles, we will call FWC. So again, if you see any marine mammal or a marine animal in the Indian River Lagoon or along the eastern seaboard here as well, the beach basically, call FWC. That's the first person to call, and they will find out if it's turtles, pelicans, alligators, a raccoon, dolphin, or manatee, and we'll get the right agency. Right. We, working through FAU Harbor Branch, work specifically through the dolphin and whale license plates, so we respond to those animals. The other animals that will help when approved by FWC is manatees, and we don't have a permit for that. We go under FWC's permit when they request help, so we'll help with that as well.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much. But at ICANN, we work for you. We shop all the private and government plans available, dozens of plans, to find the plan that best suits you and your family's needs at historically low prices.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. It takes the mystery out of comparison price shopping for prescription medicine, giving you the power to instantly find the pharmacy with the lowest price and save possibly hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single year. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN. Get covered. Save money.
Please call 800-345-7585.
Watch Chamber Buzz at 6 and 10 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays on VeroBuzzTV.com. What makes you qualified to be doing this?
Oh, wow. I have a degree in environmental studies, and I've been working with marine mammals for 18 years. Dolphins, whales, sea lions.
Why did you ever get involved with this kind of thing?
Oh, another excellent question. I love animals, all types. I'm one of those guys that when you see a spider in the house, I don't smash it. I grab a cup, collect it, and let it back outside the house because they are an important animal species.
We've got a salamander loose in our studio right now, and I'm afraid of salamanders.
Well, again, just get a nice broom and just push them out the door.
Gently.
Yes, gently.
All right.
But again, I loved all animals growing up as a kid, and I love being at the beach as much time as I can. So that just kind of directed me to the ocean, marine biology, environmental studies, and I just love dolphins. I actually love sharks too, but we don't do any work with them.
Well, now, what makes Harbor Branch qualified to do what they're doing?
Well, Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute was started in 1970s. We have so many researchers and scientists working on a vast amount of studies from coral reef, aquaculture, different marine mammals, fish, you name it. So a lot of very well known doctors and PhDs.
Florida Atlantic University and Harbor Branch are very involved with both the ocean side and the lagoon side, right?
Correct, yes. And Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute became part of Florida Atlantic University about 7 or 8 years ago. So we're their northern campus. We mainly deal with graduate students, but they are working on some other school plans as well.
Right. Now, are manatees ever a part of your work?
We do have manatees that come into the canal at FAU Harbor Branch, and we also will assist FWC when they ask us to help any manatees in our area. We do get quite a few calls for them. We redirect it to FWC, and if they need us, we are always willing to help.
Right. What is the number one cause of injury to sea mammals that are man-made, man-caused?
I would say pollution. Is the number one cause. So if we could do a better job as stewards out there, pick up your trash, keep the lagoon clean, keep the ocean clean. That's the first step. And that's something you can do even if you don't even live near the water.
Mammals are often also endangered by entanglements with, well, all kinds of objects, or what?
Yeah, again, it goes back to pollution. Typically fishing line, crab pots, other debris that's floating out there. We've even had an animal that had a string around it, from a waterproof cell phone carrier. Right. Somehow it worked its way into the lagoon, and this little baby dolphin was swimming with it. Yeah. So again, it comes back to trash and keeping clean up. If you see something, pick it up.
Yeah. And those the plastic holders for six-packs are also an issue, aren't they?
They have been in the past. Yeah. I've not seen that out there in my 5 years here as being a problem. Right. But again, it's better to be safe than sorry. Cut those up with scissors before you recycle them or throw them in the trash.
Attention! This important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare supplement team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
Join Marsha Littlejohn nightly at 5 and 9 on VeroBuzzTV.com.
Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics, across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach.
have any team members you'd like to introduce to us?
Sure, I'd love to. One of my coworkers and first responders is Wendy Marks, and she's been with us for about a year. And we have a long history of working together out in Hawaii, but you can definitely find out about her.
Wendy, what got you involved with Harbor Branch and FAU?
Harbor Branch and FAU has a long history in marine mammals training response and rehabilitation, and so it's a group that I knew of for a long period of time. I know that they do fabulous research, or I knew that they did do fabulous research, and now actually I get to be a part of it as well. So it was very exciting when I was hired on about a year ago to be able to help out the stranding team and the research team at FAU.
What makes you interested in this kind of work?
Oh, good question. I don't know. I think it's just the natural charisma of the animals. A lot of people can probably relate to that as well. They are just such cool animals that you don't come into contact with on a regular basis because they do live out in the water environment. I'm definitely a marine enthusiast. I like to be out on the water, out exploring and seeing different things out in the marine environment.
Is this new van going to be a help to you?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, this is such an upgrade from our last one for sure, which was great for us for years. But the size of this new vehicle definitely makes a big difference as to the amount of animals that we could move and transfer, but also the level of care that we can give them with all of the new features of the ambulance and the pulley system bringing up the animals through the stretcher.
Well, I know the pulley system is important, but there's other medical treatment or investigative equipment on board also?
Correct, absolutely. So we can actually take our blood machines, which are all mobile, portable. They can be hooked up to the countertop space that's in there, and we can actually do a blood analysis while we're actually at the stranding event to give us more information about, the animal's physical condition as well. Helps us to make different types of decisions along with the veterinarian as to whether this animal is going to be a good candidate for rehab and what we can possibly do right at that time to be able to give them medications that can help them prior to transport and in their initial care. And
you've got great rehab facilities, don't you?
We do. We actually have a very large rehab pool that circulates completely all of the water within 2 hours. It's completely covered and keeps all of the critters out with a big screened-in facility. Not only that, but our fish kitchen and all of our medical equipment are right within that proximity as well, so that we can make them fresh food and deliver it at an easy rate.
What can you learn from mammals in terms of how it relates to humans?
Yeah, I mean, marine mammals have similar types of diseases, not often transferable, but sometimes. They also eat a lot of the same types of foods as we do. So any type of chemical composition that may have leached out into the environment may also be found in some of their food as well as some of our seafoods. So that's one thing that we can definitely learn from those critters directly.
$1 is all it takes to start up to $100,000 of life insurance protection. That's right, $1 can provide up to $100,000 of much-needed financial support for your remaining loved ones. Since 1951, Globe Life and Accident Insurance Company has been providing families with life insurance protection. $1 covers the first month of coverage, whether you choose from $5,000 up to $100,000 of coverage. Globe Life coverage offers these benefits. First day coverage means no waiting periods. Easy to buy, no medical exam. No risk 30-day money-back guarantee. Up to $150,000 of accidental death coverage can be added to your policy. Globe Life makes buying life insurance easy. Maybe that's why millions of people have Globe Life coverage. Call the number on the screen now for complete information by return mail or to speak with one of our licensed representatives.
See Arts in Depth with Barbara Hoffman, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 and 10 p.m.
We've got one more team member to meet here, is that correct?
Yes, yeah. Adam Schaefer, come on down.
And what is
Adam is our epidemiologist and our program lead.
Well, you are the official what? What are you officially?
I don't know. What did you call me?
Epidemiologist.
Other than me, thanks. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'm actually trained in health research. My background is actually in infectious diseases in humans, and now we're looking at some of the same diseases and patterns of health in bottlenose dolphins.
So you're the guy who actually knows what he's doing.
It depends on who you ask. I don't know. But I also run the pathology lab, which Wendy and Steve also are a part of.
What is the term that I heard today that dolphins are a what kind of a species that indicates how life affects us? They're
a sentinel species, kind of a canary in the coal mine. From a perspective of certain environmental exposures that we share as well. We're lucky because we have a photo ID program where we know where these animals hang out within the lagoon. And then we're able to measure health parameters when we do wild captures and when animals strand. So we know where these guys are hanging out, what they're exposed to, and what risk might be posed to human health in the same areas and people who eat the same fish species, for example. We do a lot of mercury work where not only do we sample the dolphins, but we sample local fishermen to understand what species might contribute more of a risk in terms of contaminant exposure.
So do I get this correct? You know who's out there swimming around? Do they have numbers or names?
Well, our photo identification program, they do know the animals, and they do have little assigned names based on some of the characteristics that they see. So just like kind of a fingerprint, they're able to match the dorsal fin to an individual.
That kind of makes it personal for you, doesn't it?
For that group, it really is, because they know some of these animals since they were born, and some of them, they've seen them become mothers and even grandmothers. They've seen multiple generations. So they know a lot about the history of these critters, and it's really astounding.
Bottom line, aside from just humanitarian helping out of animals, it's important to know what's going on, because what happens to them can happen to us. Is that right?
Yeah, in terms of telling us what's going on in the environment. An apex predator like the dolphins at the top of the food chain, what we see in them is kind of a reflection of what's going on beneath them and kind of all the food web. So they're really important, and they can be early warning signs to threats that could affect human health, which is my role and why I have a background in both some animal health and human health, where we're able to combine these things together with all the expertise that we have at Harbor Branch, including Steve and Wendy, our photo ID program, and all of our environmental scientists, that we're in a really unique position at Harbor Branch to do some really novel work that no one else in the world can do.
If somebody wants to learn more about Harbor Branch and Florida Atlantic University, how can they do that?
Our website is a great resource. It's also through FAU Harbor Branch. If you Google that, there's a lot of great information out there with all of our research programs are highlighted.
Adam, thank you so much. And would you thank the team members for us, please?
Definitely will.
Yeah?
No, thank you very much.
All right.
Take care.
We took ownership of this vehicle. It was a 5-year project in the making. Back in November of 2014 was when it was completely fixed and done. So since then, we've used it about 5 times, which is a good thing as well. So we have the resources to help the state of Florida with dolphin rescues when called upon, but it's also neat when it's not in use, because that means the dolphins and whales out there don't need our help, which is what we ultimately want.
Freddie Wilfrick and Gregory Simpson invite you to Spotlight Indian River, weeknights at 6:30 and 10:30.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom, where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday, for all of your furniture needs.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Founded Founded in 1971, Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute at Florida Atlantic University is home to marine scientists, engineers, and educators focused on ocean science for a better world. 4 of Florida's specialty license plates provide funding that supports the innovative research being conducted at Harbor Branch in the areas of science that bring solutions to the needs expressed by Florida residents.
For almost 20 years, we've been studying the dolphins in the Indian River, and it's provided a wonderful look on the entire ecosystem of the river and the lagoon out there. Dolphins are known as a sentinel species, so anything that affects them is ultimately going to affect us as humans. They are swimming in the same water we swim in, they're eating the same fish that we eat, so being able to look at them and the factors that affect them environmentally can really help humans in the future. We collaborate with researchers throughout the state as well as the country and the federal government. So, we provide the federal government with all of the data that we find to help it in conservation policies and management policies, yet we don't get any money from them for the work that we do. So the license plate is really critical to allow us to have the funding to do our research. The Indian River Lagoon is really important to this area, both from a recreational perspective and a commercial perspective. And the more we can learn about it through the dolphins, the more we can help preserve it.
Today, more than 50% of the seafood that's eaten worldwide comes from aquaculture. In the United States alone, 90% of the seafood that's consumed is imported from other countries. So the ultimate goal for all of the research that we do, especially with the specialty license plate money, is to transfer technology to potential farmers in Florida. One of the primary projects we have going is integrated multi-trophic aquaculture. The idea is that you can produce large biomass in a confined area. This is something that could actually be done even in an urban center. So you could have a system like this in the middle of a city, which gets you very close to your markets.
Harbor Branch is part of a southeastern region stranding network. When we're dealing with whales, we're collaborators with National Marine Fisheries, as well as other agencies in the state of Florida. When you purchase a specialty license plate, portions of the proceeds go to our stranding response, network response, necropsies, and educational outreach dealing with Florida whales. Harbor Branch stranding team is called upon by National Marine Fisheries not only to look after our home range, but out of range as well, to send out a team of experts to view the animal, see if it's alive, give them options with the disposition of the animal, or bring the animal back if it's dead for necropsy.
Most of the work that we've done related to the license plates has been to look at links between water quality and their impacts on coral reef health in the nearshore environments here in Treasure Coast. We've partnered with a number of people, including FWC and the South Florida Water Management District, to look at not only discharges in terms of how often they're occurring, but what they do to the coral reef communities that are present. We've replumbed much of our state to allow us to build the kinds of homes that we have in various different places. And managing water quality and understanding what that does to our environments is really critical to making sure that we have a resource that we want to live on, want to be around, and want to enjoy both recreationally and commercially. The project that we're working on has been funded from a number of resources, and we've been able to leverage the plate resources to also get support from the state wildlife grants as well as Florida Sea Grant. So it's allowed us to take that initial investment and expand it to create more value within the project and expand the project.
Help FAU Harbor Branch continue to drive innovation in these important areas of science. Purchase your plate today at your local tax collector's office or online at myfloridaplate.com.
Marsha. Hi, I'm Penny Chandler.
I'm Freddie Wolford.
I am Barbara Hoffman.
And I'm Gregory Simpson.
I'm here with Police Chief David Curry.
You're in good company on VeroBuzzTV.com, Vero Beach's local TV station on the internet.
I just love it.
Tell a friend.
We love you.